Sanzo, let me tell you. Sanzo, don't worry. I have all the information. Let me tell you. Don't worry, Sanzo. Don't worry, Sanzo. I have all the information.
Obviously we do, because we're fucking smarter. But it's the fact that people will sit there and, castigate and fucking sit there and say how we need to do things. It's like, fuck you at that point.
Yeah, if anything, they're scolding us. Like, you guys are too mean, and that's why I'm not voting. And let me address this, Wick. I'm not saying... Wait. Can I please clarify? I want to clarify. I have not talked in a while. Let me clarify this, Tali.
Hold on, let Soy Pill... Hold on, Tali, let Soy Pill go, and then I'll let Tali respond. So Soy Pill, then
if everyone goes to the Soy Pill channel and they check out my video on talking to Trump supporters, you'll see that I am very charitable and understand that there's value in understanding why people voted for this guy. Clearly, he won the majority vote. My problem is not understanding why people vote based on vibes, reaching out to these people and trying to change their minds. That's like literally my whole fucking thing. My problem is listening to people who are so stupid as to vote for Trump as to what the Democrats should do as some sort of like voice of authority. What you should be doing is saying I'm sorry and disappearing, because you have nothing to offer here. Your conversation here is, oh, I voted based on vibes. If a pigeon fucking shits on me tomorrow and I find out it was a Democrat, I'm going to vote for Trump again. So go the fuck away. No one cares.
Okay, this is what I want to say.
I care.
I'm
This is very
hyperbolic.
very helpful. You're doing great work for the left.
I'm
waiting, Tali, for you to say anything substantive, by the way.
Okay,
I'm supposed to, like, me and Tali are supposed to talk tomorrow. Hopefully that still happens. I'm pretty...
Was this today? Okay, I would love to see that.
Pretty hyperbolic. I'll say some pretty, like, aggressive stuff. I said something about concentration camps a second ago. I don't actually want to throw people in concentration camps. Here's
left
the
lying
thing,
again. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. When
Wick, you're not cool. You're not. Listen, I know your stupid fucking anime weeaboo villain laugh. Okay, from like all your days spending at home gooning to fucking anime waifus. Okay, but you can kindly shut the fuck up and sit down, take a nap.
When you
rescheduled? Oh, okay.
Want to say that it's like this is why the left is
Sanzo running from a white woman, dude. It's over.
Losing, dude. Or stuff like that. It feels. If like, as much as people want to say that the right has been like, we're talking down to them and shit, like, you can say that, but like, we're literally seeing like people lie to us, sometimes mathematically provably lie to us, and then we're being told that like it's our fault that that's happening. That didn't happen under the Biden administration like that.
For fuck's sake, Soy is a rage baiting idiot. Blah blah blah. Trying to attract a viewer base over having any kind of substantive argument. I know nothing about Soy, to be fair. I don't know anything about this guy. I'll take a word for it though.
Okay, like, that's fucking crazy. So like the ultimate thing that I'm trying to say here is, like, I understand that there are reasons why people might vote for Trump. I understand that there are, vibe-based reasons, there are policy-based reasons, and there are like conversations.
Listen, the more I'm in the space, the more I realize I just hate everyone. Okay. The more I'm in the space, the more jaded I become. All right. This place sucks. This place stinks.
Is to have there. I don't know what use there is talking about the Democrats' behavior when I look at the Republicans' behavior, and that's what got them elected.
Yeah, exactly. No, Sans, you're hitting it perfectly. Like, Democrats have to be perfect if we're even slightly mean. Like, we lose the votes and we're going to get scolded for it for 4 years. But Donald Trump can come, do the most horrendous policies, to do awful, terrible things to like all these like demographics of people, repeal Roe v. Wade. And it's like, well, we expect him to be mean. And just so you know, like, whoever the last person who was mean to me the second I get into the voting booth was, I'm going to vote against that. Okay, cool. So I know that you have no principles or no values. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear what your like opinions or policy or anything
You'd rather
is.
be
It's
mean
useless.
than win. I get it. So I feel you'd rather
No, you can be mean, and mean will help you in winning.
Want to be mean?
No, it doesn't matter if you're mean. Donald Trump is mean as fuck, and he wins.
Stardust.
Well, that's hold on.
That is the result of your ways of thinking. Is like, well, nothing we do matters. So we, I like being mean. So I'm going to shit on you.
Wick, nobody here is saying. No, Wick, I just want to just say this really quick. Nobody here is saying that we ought to be mean.
Get him, get Wick. Okay, this guy forgot to take his schizo meds, okay? Forgot to take his PTSD meds. Go, get this motherfucker, okay? This motherfucker needs to be punished, okay, sexually for his crimes, okay? He needs to stop immediately, alright? Somebody needs to put an end to this madness, okay? That was not a call to action. Stop. Okay, that was not a call to action. That was not a call to action, okay?
That we ought to make fun of the dead little girls, that we ought to do this or that. It's just like, holy shit, why the fuck are you like sitting there focusing on that when it's such a
because it's the reason we're losing. It's one of the primary factors of why we keep losing.
I disagree. I disagree that that's the reason that we're fucking losing. Are you fucking kidding me? Every single fucking time that there's a trans girl that kills herself on fucking Twitter, there's a million people underneath that post posting the soy jack of a fucking like trans person.
It doesn't give you.
That's another good point. Oh my god, yes, that's true. We're not playing on the equal playing field.
For some reason,
rules only matter to people where both sides actually respect it. Yes. Rules only matter when both sides respect the rules. Yeah.
A lot of undecided voters, a lot of moderate voters can't tell the difference
when people poll.
Doesn't that give you pause?
For some reason, when people are polled, they say, "Hey, the economy, the inflation was the primary reason why I voted for Trump this time instead of Kamala."
Whatever.
But for some reason, I have to sit here and have another liberal tell me that I have to be nicer when I say, "Fuck Republicans, fuck these retards who are voting for people who are literally hunting people like rats."
I want to win. I don't care about being soy or edgy or anything. I want to win. I want to win. Stardust.
I don't care if people are. I'm not going to fight them when they are.
Stardust gets to go. Stardust gets to go.
Dude, it's really simple as this, okay? Why should we view right-wingers as humans when they don't even view me as a human? What's the point? What's the point? I'm not going to try to appeal to someone who doesn't view me as a human being. What the fuck? That's fucked up. These people don't view me as somebody who is real.
Need to interject here. Okay. So I do think I agree with the so my main thing is when I'm talking about like how we interact with like MAGA people and right wingers, right? My specific thing is
please don't trap me in an abusive relationship with the right, okay?
It's like
you're making a transphobe. If anything, I'm the transphobe, okay? I have made more insults to transgender people than I have compliments, okay? Over the course of my entire content creation career. I have debated trans people constantly, okay? I'm just being honest. I'm just being totally fucking honest here, okay? Conservatives don't view me as a real person. They just don't, okay? And people who are not transgender will never understand this.
Probably we should be willing to talk to them. We shouldn't be cutting them off out of our families. That's not a nice thing to do. We shouldn't be opposed to talking with people. But I don't know that I do think that the purity spiral of the far left, right? Since we have been grouped with the far left, the purity spiral that they do obviously affects us. But if you were to ask me, again, like I said at the beginning of this panel, I don't think it's entirely the Democrats' fault. In fact, I think a lot of it boils down to specific movements within within the MAGA movement. And I think those movements you can see on the anti-intellectual left as well. And we need to actually combat those very aggressively. I think you can be aggressive as a liberal and be aggressive in your policies and aggressive in taking down the MAGA movement while still not cutting.
And what's the point of talking about it if non-transgender people will never understand? That's my point. That's my point. You got it.
Off people and still not like I don't know how many times Tolly would have to apologize to make soy pill like satisfied, right?
I don't need any amount of apologies. That's again, you're not listening if that's what you think you're saying. I'm not trying to be mean here. The point is that she has nothing to offer us right now. Not that she needs to apologize.
Shut up. I'm not finished. Okay. So anyways, so yes, like if we're gonna actually tackle like things that have directly led to this kind of like weird fucking movement crisis, right? We have like again the anti-intellectualism of both the far left and the far right, and which has now like it's holding hostage the Republican Party, anti-establishment, anti-interventionism.
No. It's been my point. It's been my point this entire time.
Right, and a lot of these things are things that you see again in the left and in the right, and those are movements specifically that we need to like actually take down very, very aggressively, and we need to take down some of these policies that Trump is implementing, and really combat why those things are really bad very aggressively. So yeah, my main advocacy here is like I don't think we should be cutting people off or saying we can't work with them because they don't use the same exact verbiage as us. Right?
I don't disagree.
I want to give hold on. You want to give a lot of people are talking shit on Tally. I want to give Tally a chance to respond. Tally, you have the chance to respond.
Okay. Maybe someone. Well, okay.
Okay, control myself. I have to control myself. Okay. All right, she's about to speak. Okay. Okay. All right.
All
right, see you, Dylan.
I'm gonna
bye.
Preface this a little bit, and then maybe I'll get down into some criticisms that I have. But
do we drop the self-action horse?
I'm not looking to be a political thought leader. The reason that all I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks is my vote for Trump is because I came on as a co-panelist to WIC TV when weeks went by chatting about different cultural topics when I mentioned that I voted for Trump. And people in the chat were shocked. They were surprised to hear that, okay? And they wanted to hear about the thought process and what happened on my ideological journey, for lack of better words, from the left to the right. Then we decided to go do it on Lib and Learn instead because Econo Boy was asked to join in on the conversation. And then that blew up and it turns into, why should we be listening to this disaffected liberal this horrible person who voted for Trump, as some political thought leader? I'm not trying to be a political thought leader. I comment on politics and on culture and things that I'm interested in. And by the way, WIC chose the title and the topic for today's conversation. Okay, so this is not something that I spend all of my time talking about.
You should throw WIC under the bus more, okay? That's what you should do. Good, okay? Place all the blame on him, okay? This is what you should do, okay? People hating on you, just place all the blame on him, okay? This is based, okay? And no, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being like evil or whatever. I am being evil, okay? I'm just saying you should.
Or thinking about. I feel like people are really in bad faith. I raised my hand to vibes, and again, it's because at this point it's almost a joke. I'm acknowledging, yes, that I voted based on vibes. When I say vibes, no, I do not mean whether I had breakfast in the morning or which side of the pillow was facing up when I woke up. I'm talking about cultural things, okay? I've talked about wokeness and this stuff, but there are lots of people, that's what I mean by vibes. They're voting based on the way that the culture feels, that the way that their side feels, that the other side feels. And whether people like it or not, there are a lot of people who are having similar reactions.
Right, no, I understand that, Tully. That's why I asked you what your number one policy was, and you were like, oh, this is why the left lost, and you won't answer the question, but Dev gave an answer.
No, I didn't say you asking me what my number one policy is why the left lost. Okay.
Well, can you just answer it?
I'm saying it's no. Again, you can go watch the other conversation. This is not
why
what
is it
this
so hard? It should take 10 seconds.
Because if you have listened to any of the conversations, I was voting against the left. I was not voting for Donald Trump. I was voting against the left. I live in a blue state. It really is like the fact that this
that's all you had to say. There you go. Was that so hard? I was voting against the left. Like that's all you had to say.
Yes,
so
yes, it is so hard because I've talked about this so goddamn much, and for you to have this much of an opinion, you would think that you would have listened to anything that I have said before. Okay.
Well, I didn't listen because you had nothing substantive to say, and you just pointed out again you don't have anything substantive to say because your view is the woke culture is so much worse. By the way.
Listen, Soy Pill and you would become BFFs, okay? Alright, just give it time. I can tell, okay? I can tell you guys are become like BFFs, okay? This is the makings of a very close friendship right here.
Woke culture, part of woke culture and everything.
Real talk, would you rather have a 2-hour policy conversation with Dev and Wintermate? I would rather kill myself.
Thing that people hate about it is, oh, people police their own too much, and which is what you're asking us to do is, hey, tell everyone to stop being mean.
He apologized later in the panel to the dismay of his audience. Oh, okay. Good for him.
Don't use mean words against the Trump voters and all that. But by the way, after he tries to fucking coup the government, I'll vote for the right because, well...
He shouldn't apologize, by the way. Apologizing does, like, nothing. Okay, I don't... Listen. Alright, I don't think people should apologize like that, okay? Because clearly, in my opinion, the only time you apologize is, like, when you... It's just, like, I just don't get it. There's no point.
The left is really woke and weird, and I think the trans stuff goes too far. It's fucking ridiculous.
There are two different See, and this is the thing too. It's like, oh yeah, you just hate trans people. Like, if that's gonna be your line, oh, you're just racist. You're just a bigot. You just
don't strawman me. Don't strawman me, or I'm gonna vote for the left. Do not strawman me. I said really the trans stuff went too far, which is what you said in our
coming from.
Okay, hold on, Sansol, shut up. Sansol, shut up. Sansol, shut up. We're having back and forth. Okay, Tali, finish your thought.
Tali, why can't you just say he recognized that? Instead of saying he recognized me as a good person, just say, I know I'm not the best person. Okay, just, oh my god. Apologize to me right now? No.
I thought that she was done.
So. No.
You should go debate. You should honestly just go debate. Like, just go and debate Wintermute, okay? You'll understand what I mean, okay?
Well, she keeps getting interrupted, and that's why Dev's trying to
he is nude.
Well, I don't honestly. It's like what Soy Pill pauses, doesn't listen to anyone else speaking because he's talking to his stream to then jump in and interrupt and derail the conversation.
No,
like,
I can hear two people at once. I understand. Now I'm waiting for you to say anything substantive.
Okay. No, you're right. I have nothing substantive to say. No one should listen to me. Guess what? I'm not sure if you know this or not. No one is being forced to be here. Okay. There are people who are interested in the thought process who have similar critiques of the left. Okay?
Which chat? Give me Tali's best recommendation. I want to hear it.
Safe food shops. 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 Safe food shops.
Okay. Dev, please.
For fuck's sake.
Uh-oh.
So I do have a good faith question for you, okay? Yeah. If you were just voting against the left and not for the right, why didn't you vote third party?
I mean, I wasn't going to vote for Jill Stein, first of all. Okay.
Why not?
Every day, I find less and less reason to be here on this earth, okay?
I don't align with it. Well, number one, her entire platform was just being an anti-Zionist, okay? So that's not a platform that I'm going to get behind. And because frankly, I wanted to accurately signify my move, which was directionally to the right. My ideological shift since 2021, when this started for me, has been to the right. Now that puts me firmly in the center. Depending on who I'm talking to, people say I'm either center left or center right.
Sorry if I'm pausing too much, okay? I can't be yelling. My landlord is gonna get mad at me, okay? I have to control myself, okay? This motherfucker Tali, okay, I swear to God, okay, she's gonna drive me up the wall. I'm going insane right now, okay? I'm like
right, but I'm not all the way on the right. I am not a Republican. But my views have moved in the direction of the right. And yeah, I don't know. Like again, Jill Stein.
So you moved right, but you're gonna vote left in the next election after you've moved right.
So I didn't say I was going to vote left in the next election. I said I would not.
I have to make some phone calls.
Vote for Trump again, which, by the way, doesn't matter because Trump is not going to be running again.
Well, and, you should listen to what he's saying and what he said before the election about violating the 22nd Amendment and running for a third term. But maybe that didn't matter to you because left was mean. Sorry.
So Tally,
again, it's like it is such a fucking straw man. Oh, because the left was me and you just change your entire worldview. That's not what happens, people. And this is again why I say I don't actually appreciate the way that Wick is describing it. I doubt that he's even giving his uncle a fair shake when he describes his uncle's transformation. And you're not going to like the answer to this because again, you think that anyone who's anti-woke is just a racist and a bigot and all of this stuff.
I don't think that. Don't straw man me, please.
It's not just.
I'm very anti-woke, actually. You can watch a couple of my videos on the soypillchannel.com.
You're super anti-woke. It's not just, oh, people on the left are interpersonally mean to me. It's also what the left is. So it's not just, oh, I'm a white guy and people, keep calling me racist. It's also a dogma of saying that white people are inherently evil, inherently racist, have to start out
who's saying this that made you vote for the right?
For their sins. Who's saying this?
Yeah, who's saying? I'm not saying no one says this, by the way. By the way, I went to a very liberal college in 2016, so I'm very aware. But I also didn't drop all of my policies and vote for the right. So I'm just curious, who is saying this? That you're like, oh well, if I vote for the left, this will become more prominent, and they'll say that white people are inherently evil, and this is indicative of future things to come. So I got to vote for the guy who's threatening to run for a third term and is going to overturn my gay marriage.
This started out on the far left in academic spaces, and it has absolutely stretched into normal liberal discourse, where even if they're not saying, oh, white people are inherently evil, they are talking about whiteness as inherently oppressive. They are racializing in the way that they speak about the country and the policies that they implement. And there are a lot of people who feel like, I'm not going to vote for a party that hates me or that specifically wants to discriminate against me in some type of effort to atone for a history of racism or something like that.
So Tally, I completely agree with you, and I know exactly what you're getting at. But I still want to know why the right then? Why not vote at all? Why not vote independent? Why not write-in? Why not just why vote for Trump specifically?
Sure. So even since the election, I'm absorbing new information and my thinking, changes. Soypill, you are literally so aggravating. It's incredible.
Welcome to the club.
Because I had moved to the right. That's how I viewed myself. I viewed myself not just as
Kyle's
the
gonna
left
calm me
left
down,
me
okay?
and the left has gone too crazy.
Kyle's gonna say something
but
really
also I
smart to calm
viewed
me down.
myself as actually moving to the right. And again, I think part of this is because I was sort of looking at the left and the right in the way that Tim Pool does. I brought this up before.
Oh!
But I think
Tim Pool. Okay. All right. So Tim Pool, Jill Stein. Okay.
Tim Pool is correct when he says
it's okay.
I think
okay, see, this is all right. So
let her hold on. Let her finish.
Self-admitted, I'm as fucking retarded as Tim Pool, and now listen to me. Go the fuck away. Who gives a shit what you have to think? Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Paul. Hold on. I do just here. I do have one. I do have one question. One last question.
I didn't get to finish my thought though, so
your thoughts are 20 minutes long and irrelevant, as we have pointed out.
Hold on. Let Holly fucking finish her point, and then people can.
Rick, shut the fuck up, you useless piece of fucking trash, you absolute waste of space, you pathetic fucking piece of a pathetic piece of fucking pathetics, okay? That's what you are, alright? You absolute degenerate fucking hand on Pixie's leg degen, okay? You absolute fucking evil fucking pathetic piece of trash, okay? You absolute fucking absolute.
Spot. I want to hear what
you shouldn't tell me anything. You should disappear. You should hang up now and stop giving any opinions because they're fucking useless.
Up if you're triggered. You should hang up.
Jesus, no, I'm trying to actually win the election. I'm trying to get people like you out of the conversation because you're useless.
Okay. I have a really important question for everyone.
Do we all losing the election for Democrats?
I'm sorry, but Soy Pill brought the content. Okay, this panel wouldn't be worth watching without Soy Pill. Okay, period. Because whether or not Soy Pill pissed you off or not, it doesn't matter. All right, he brought the content. He actually brought the content. Holy fuck! Because you know what Wick is. Wick is anti-content, okay? Wick is actively anti-content. I'm sorry, okay? He's boring. No one wants to listen to him. He's old, he's retarded. He has Down syndrome. He's got kicked in the head as a kid, all right? Somebody, like, pumped too much air to damage his brain when he was a baby, okay, or something. Like, listen, you need a heal. You need a heal, all right? You need a heal.
Do we all believe in democracy here? Like, do we value democracy or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Radically.
Yeah.
Okay. If we value democracy, and sorry, my camera, I think it's working. Maybe it's not. Whatever.
We can see you.
If we value democracy, then if we disregard what 50% of the population says, how do we do democracy?
Kyla, I spoke so highly of you, and then you came in with that silly question. We're not saying disregard what they say. No one's saying that. No one is saying that.
You said...
Wait, why the fuck is Not So Erudite here? Oh my god, finally, the understander of politics has logged in. I am tired. I'm sick and tired of white women. Okay? I'm sick and I'm tired of white women. Okay? I'm tired. I'm fucking sick and tired of fucking white women. Okay? These white women need to go away permanently. Okay? Stop. Stop with this bullshit. Okay? Stop. Literally
50% of the population says.
You know what? I am a Not So Erudite hater.
Democracy or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Disappear. You should hang up now and stop giving any opinions because they're
You
fucking
should hang
useless.
up if you're triggered. You should hang up.
No, I'm trying to actually win the election. I'm trying to get people like you out of the conversation because you're useless.
Okay. I have a really important question for everyone.
Do we all losing the election for Democrats? This is correct.
Do we all believe in democracy here? Like, do we value democracy or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Radically.
Yeah.
Okay. If we value democracy,
okay, this is the optimal response. Ready? This is the optimal response. Okay, if we care about democracy, right now Trump is trying to strip democracy right now, and that should be the main focus. Not the fact that leftists are being mean or righties are being whatever. The main focus is that you should always vote against someone who is trying to threaten democracy right now, who is actively saying that he wants a third term and he wants to find ways to get around to get a third term. Okay? This is the biggest threat to our democracy right now. The emergency is now, is as Ezra Klein would say. Okay? Ready? Okay. This is what she's gonna say. Ready? Because she's so smart.
Sorry, my camera, I think it's working. Maybe it's not. Whatever.
We can see you.
If we value democracy, then if we disregard what 50% of the population says, how do we do democracy?
Okay, never fucking mind, I guess. Okay, she just said the fucking most retarded fucking thing. Absolute useless, worthless piece of, like, waste of space fucking thing. I can't. I can't
Kyla,
do this anymore.
I spoke so highly of you, and then you came in with that silly question. We're not saying disregard what they say. No one's saying that. No one is saying that.
You said literally shut up and go away.
No, you get off this panel. Let's not figure out why 50% of the people are voting for Trump. There's a very different.
How are you going to address?
Tally has already told us why she voted for Trump, because the left was too woke. Okay, that's the extent of which we need to listen to her, and now we can focus on messaging. But like that's.
I know what's going on here, okay? This is white women defending white women, okay? This is white women defending white women, all right? Not So Erudite right here is projecting herself onto Tally because they're both white women, okay? This is what's going on, all right? I'm projecting my hatred onto white women by attacking both the white women on this panel, okay?
Hold on.
What's important? Going to address the large amount of people that, whether you like it or not, do vote based on vibes. And I'm not saying either about, like, you know, who was mean to me right before I went into the voting booth, but people vote based on vibes. We have to acknowledge that and address it.
Yes, I'm very aware, but we don't have to have them on the panels constantly saying the same things over and over and over. That's completely useless dribble.
Yeah, but then your criticism is just for Wick. It's not really for Tally. Like, Tally's going to come on because Wick, right? Be telling Wick stop having MAGA voters.
My criticism is also for Wick for platforming people I don't think should be talking at all.
The next question is: does the system still work, and do we still believe in the system? Do we believe in?
Wait, are you joking? like Lav actually comes on. The fact I've been evicted from this space, but Lav still gets to be around shows Wick's goonery and bias towards white women has gone too far. First aristocracy, then erudite, then Lav, okay? It has gone too far.
The
okay?
system as it exists, or do we think it's broken beyond repair and we have to engage in different types of tactics to win?
We obviously have to engage in different kinds of tactics to win because we lost in the last election.
Okay, when I ask different kind of tactics, I explicitly mean, should we engage in anti-democratic tactics in the way that the right is doing?
Like example, like what would be?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
An example of
that. Stacking the court, lying.
Is that anti-democratic?
I would say to some degree, yeah. If you're like partisanly trying to stack the court in your favor, and then the court is ruling based on partisan politics instead of based on what the court is supposed to do, yeah, I would say that that's like.
Well, I didn't say any of that. I did say that we should probably.
Tally, do you know who Professor Avi is? You know who Professor Avi is? Dr. Avi Bitterman.
Pack the court because the Republicans have stolen what 2 court seats from us.
Okay, so we want
actively giving God powers to the president.
Yeah.
You guys will get along, okay? Another Jewish person who voted for Trump, all right, who constantly defends his vote for Trump, who is incredibly insufferable, okay? You would get along with Avi, okay? We are mutuals. Of course. Thank you. Yes, of course.
I get it. So we should engage in stacking the court. Should we do misinformation and lie? Because that seems to be really effective for the Republicans.
No, I think that is.
I fully support anti-Semitism against Avi, okay?
Why not?
Coming to roost for them.
You say that. But
I mean,
how many times did Trump
now
lie
having
in
to deal.
first...
They're still having to deal with the. Right now, they're having to deal with the Epstein stuff. Maybe I'll change my opinion on the lying stuff.
You mean incest issues?
Okay. In the future, right now, I don't think that we have to lie. I don't think that that's going to have to happen at any point.
Gotcha. I would like to not go towards lying because I think already we live in a very post-truth like space, and I think we need to move away from that.
Sure. Okay.
Well,
so
not just that, but also history has shown that when you have just a regime of liars, it might take some time. It might take decades, but eventually reality snaps back. And the longer it takes, the worse the snapback. It's going to be fucking terrible, and it will inevitably happen. So I don't think we should go down that road.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that we should lie.
So enlightened.
Okay, so then the next question would be, do you guys think that like shaming and bullying is an effective way to move people away from their position or towards your position?
I think I'm 60-40 on that being effective. I think that we obviously have that.
I miss Quibbles. Quibbles is like the most annoying Jew, okay? All right, I don't want Quibbles around. He's so annoying.